Christchurch, the Garden City, where anything is possible.
In response to the social issues that arose from the Great Depression, the first Labour government passed the Social Security Act in 1938. This legislation introduced a comprehensive array of welfare benefits.
Christchurch had only 3 food banks before 1991, but when the national government slashed welfare benefits, the food bank industry took off.
We decided to investigate how schools might access food banks to feed undernourished students or to refer at-risk families.
On reflection, we acknowledged that this project was overly ambitious and looked more at charity than social justice. We were looking for ways to feed the hungry rather than looking for the reasons why they were hungry in the first place.
We were reminded of a quote from a Brazilian bishop.
We then decided on a more focused topic of why does Christchurch need to have food banks?
We developed our hypothesis on this, why we thought there was a need for food banks in Christchurch despite the fact that we live in a wealthier state.
We decided that food banks are needed because of individuals' personal situations and because of the decisions the individuals made and their personal priorities.
Next, we went to Work and Income New Zealand to see what state support was available.
The level of financial support seems surprisingly low over a 6-month period. If necessary, applicants may be referred on to a food bank or budget advisory services.
We met with the managers at the Christchurch City Mission and 0800 Hungry Food Ministry and asked them why their services were in such demand.
We did a literature search on research in this area. Of particular relevance was a 2006 thesis by Katrina McPherson.
We found that the underlying problem was greater than we had thought.
To better understand the cultural perspectives of Māori and Pacific peoples, we approached the Otatahi Māori Women's Welfare League and Pacific Trust Canterbury for their input.
While many government and non-governmental agencies link Māori and Pacific people together, the issues are very different.
Colonisation and urbanisation have resulted in the loss of traditional whānau supports, with many Māori becoming disconnected from their culture with an increasing reliance on the charity of others.
Many Pacific people in Christchurch are immigrants, with strong ties to their culture and extended families, and with associated social pressures.
While the factors we identified in our hypothesis were present, these were just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface were a number of socio-cultural factors we hadn't considered. We need to help Māori overcome the issues of urbanisation and loss of their traditional community support.
When we considered the issue of Pacific people sending money to their families overseas, we were able to identify 2 opposing views.
Firstly, why should New Zealanders finance welfare support that has been sent offshore?
And secondly, we have an obligation to consider the holistic person, that is, the social, mental and spiritual aspect of all people.
Our investigation has raised some further questions to follow up on.
Are people doing enough to help themselves, or have they become reliant on the welfare state?
Does the government do enough to help people in financial need, or have they simply passed the problem on to charities?
Is the New Zealand government addressing the injustice and inequalities that has raised the need for food banks? Or is it simply funding a charitable system while ignoring the issue of overcoming poverty?